girls gone sports. Ay, girls gone sports. Show me you reppin' your team with Santina and Jeanine. Ay, girls gone sports. Ay, girls gone sports. We steady getting it hype. Ay, I know that you gonna like. You know it's poppin'. If it's a game, you know that we watchin'. We gonna talk football or basketball. All sports, come get involved. Ay, girls gone sports. Woo!
Welcome back to episode 29 of Girls Gone Sports Podcast. Girls Gone Sports. Oh, it's 29. 9 plus 2 is 11.
29. Finally 29.
Hey, Santina.
Hey, Jeanine.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You know, every week I say I'm excited, and it's true, but I feel like right now is the time to be a fan of sports. I'm telling you.
Sports all around.
We got so
all
much.
Around.
I know. We have what's out right now? Basketball,
baseball, football.
Yep. Picket ball.
That's out right now.
Someone's probably playing it right now. Swimming.
Someone's doing it somewhere.
Someone's surfing out there. I'm telling you. Well, welcome back to Girls Gone Sports Podcast. Or if this is your first time here, thank you so much for deciding to watch us, listen to us wherever you are. If you are on YouTube, make sure you are liking the video, hitting that bell so you never miss an episode of Girls Gone Sports, because why would you want to anyway?
No.
Never. Anyway, we have so much amazing information that we're having today. Santina, like we said, we got baseball, we got basketball, we got football, the holy trinity of sports. What else would you want?
I think it's every sports player's favorite dream,
Yep.
Sports fans' favorite dream.
It's amazing. I love it.
All around the clock.
All around the world, people
want to watch ball.
Justin Bieber, if you want to be in the podcast, just let us know. Well, Santina,
Yeah.
let's kick it off with basketball. One of our faves. I feel like we love football, but basketball will always just have a little special place in our heart.
Even though last season we were like, when is it going to end? I felt like it was like, man, we're like, okay.
And who's winning? The season is forever, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean,
forever.
Which is nice. But then you go to the Olympics, more basketball.
And more and more and more.
We're like, okay, yeah, this is good.
Well, you know what? We're starting off with the preseason, nothing cray. And we're going to explain to you some of the teams that are standing out for us in preseason. Now, remember, preseason is exactly what it means. It's the games that are kind of warming you up, getting you back on the court, making you feel ready for the official season where the games actually count. So, Santina, in the Eastern Conference, our leaders right now, we have the Knicks, who are 4-0, and we also have the Celtics, who are our NBA 2024 champion winners. They are 4-1.
Yeah, and then in the Western Conference, we have the Warriors, who are 5-0. No surprise there.
Right.
And then the Jazz, who are 4-1. So, I mean, the Celtics and the Jazz, neck and neck.
Right. Santina, now, maybe for some viewers who are just listening in for the first time, who have just recently started getting to Girls Gone Sports, who do you like in the basketball world?
The Houston Rockets.
Woo!
The Rockets.
Rockets, basketball, Rockies, baseball.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
Got that one.
Jaguars, football.
Jaguars, Super Bowl winners. I love the Knicks. Listen, I feel like I'm just like a New York girl at heart. Love me the Bills, love the Yankees, which we're going to talk about in a couple minutes, and also love the Knicks. I feel like Knick fever, baby.
The Knicks have a great fan base. You have Spike Lee.
Yes.
Love him. I don't like, I always forget what he does as his like normal job, but then I'm like, how does he have a job? And then he's always at every single Knicks home game.
Director, actor.
Yeah, I'm like, I need to do that. But I am excited to see the Knicks this new season because they just got Karl Anthony Towns.
Yes.
But then they had to get rid of DiVincenzo, it was.
Dante DiVincenzo.
That was sad.
But you know what's crazy? So Dante DiVincenzo was actually in Jalen Brunson's wedding and college team. Really? And he was also in his wedding. And Jalen Brunson's dad, who is an assistant coach on the Knicks, after the Timberwolves and the Knicks just played a preseason game, they were having a little tussle on the court.
Really?
And then Jalen was trying to break it up because it's like, that's my friend, but that's also my dad. But I feel like it's kind of like, you know, like when you fight with family, like you really don't mean it. But it's like just I feel like it's like that because especially if Dante went to college with him and was in his wedding, they have to have some kind of, familial, that's the word, bond.
But do you think Dante's like, well, Jalen, your dad could have had a say in this, but he didn't really step up to the plate and then got me traded,
Santina, you're stirring the pot.
I love to.
Can you go to the court and say that out loud?
I love sports drama. It's my favorite.
Hey, Rick, what did he just say about you?
And hockey?
Oh.
I forgot about that. Is that still going on? Yeah. Hockey.
The ice is starting to come back, guys. Get your coats on.
Sorry, I just got distracted. But, yeah, and it's so sad because was it last season they got all of the players on the Knicks who played in college together?
It was supposed to be this year.
Oh, wow.
But not anymore.
Tom Thibodeau.
Coach Tibbs.
What are you going to do?
He ruined the American dream. Come on.
This is why I never have to worry about drama with my Rockets. When we just have James Harden. Really no drama.
You never got to worry. Drama free. It's like Girl Scouts.
I always forget about preseason. I always forget there's a preseason to the actual season.
Sometimes I'm like, can we just get into the good stuff? Just start. But then I remember I'm like, you gotta warm them up, gotta get them, their muscle memory back.
But there's always preseason. I think those games should count.
You think?
Yeah, because you're still even though you're not playing your top players, I think they should still count.
What about
towards the record?
Maybe one of them? Would you be down for that? Just one of them counting?
Ooh. Okay, yeah, maybe one. Okay. One of them can count.
We will give our ideas, send our ideas to the NBA, and hopefully they pick up on them because we have some good football stuff.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of sports that start with B, baseball, Santina.
Oh, this nonstop at my house, okay? Nonstop baseball at my house.
I love baseball. I think I've been really kind of getting into it.
It's a lot of fun because you can be losing by a lot, then within that moment, it's just home run. Then you have the bases are loaded, home run, bam, you're up. Anything. It's more like a slower pace game, I feel like, but it's a lot of fun.
Now, is it similar in the sense to basketball where it's kind of really easy to get points?
I think it's harder to get points in baseball.
Yeah, I would say so.
Because you can catch a little tiny ball. I feel like basketball you can make those shots pretty easy. If you hit a ball and it's a pop fly and somebody catches it, you're out.
Yeah.
I feel like it's easier to make plays in baseball for you to get out, but then I also think it's easier to score in basketball. So I think in
baseball, you have to worry about the T-shirt cannons going off in the audience. A kid dropping their Dippin' Dots on the field.
But this doesn't really have to do with the actual playing of the sport. I feel like there's more streakers in baseball.
Oh, really?
Because all on my TikTok, I feel like there's some for football, but I also think it's more difficult to get on the field because there's you could be kind of front row at a stadium for a football game, but there's always security all around.
Right.
But with baseball, in the outfield, you're not going to have a security guard on the actual field because that's where the players would run and stuff, whatever. So people just hop over the outfield thing and they just run.
Having a cookout, running some laps.
It's so funny.
We're going to have to go to a baseball game.
And
together.
Then jump the outfield thing and then go on the field.
Girl Scout Sports, a big sign.
Get a blimp. But
did you say a blimp?
A blimp. Yeah. So with the baseball playoffs, you have teams that are in the ALCS, which is the American League Championship Series. And this is the best of 7 playoffs. Wow. That's a lot of games to play.
That's kind of like basketball when it's the best of.
Yep.
And then we also have the NLCS, which is the National League Championship Series. Again, the same thing. It's kind of I kind of think about it where it's NFC versus AFC for football. And the same thing kind of for basketball with Eastern and Western. It's they're dividing the two sides. I feel like that's nice because it kind of helps you remember what's going on. But in the ALC, Santina, we got the Yankees versus the Guardians.
Yes.
Talk to us, Santina. Other side, NLSC. What do we got?
Okay, let me see. Hold on. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So the NLCS right now we have the Mets and the LA Dodgers.
Yep.
that. So in my household, one brother is a Kansas City Royals fan, which they just lost. So they're not in that anymore. And my other brother, he's the Mets fan.
So Kansas City, what was the team?
Kansas City Royals. Sorry.
Ooh, Royals. Are they a good team or eh?
Yeah, actually, the Mets and the Royals. I think in 2016, I want to say they went head-to-head in the championship game. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Or the World Series?
So between the Yankees versus Guardians, Mets versus Dodgers, who do you feel like? Like, what if you had to pick two of those teams?
Okay, I think the Yankees are going to win, obviously.
Yes, thank you.
Because how can you... I'm sorry.
How could you not love Soto, Aaron Judge?
Yeah, and I feel like I just watch more of the Yankees, so I'm like, okay, I think they're going to win. And then Mets versus the Dodgers, I think the Mets are going to win.
Santina, I'm really happy that you said Mets and Yankees, because if this happens, we're going to have something called a Subway Series. And I'm not talking sandwich. I'm talking baseball. Sounds really good right now. I'm talking about baseball. So for my friends out there, a Subway Series is kind of like the dream, I feel like, of any New Yorker right now, regardless if you love the Yankees or if you love the Mets. This is what happens when the Mets and the Yankees meet up, a Subway Series, right? Because you can get to either stadium from a Subway, New York City. And this is this is what like every, I feel like, baseball kind of fan, even let's say like your team is out of like the championship. Yeah. I feel like you want to see this happen because you know New York City's going to go crazy. It's like the Knicks winning. It's like going to go crazy. And the fact that it's two New York teams meeting up, I feel like it's going to be, I feel like I really hope it happens.
You need all of NYPD there, like the fire department.
The Elmos in Times Square, the Cookie Monsters in Times Square, the Mickey Mouse.
Constantine, stay away. Don't go there. I'm just really hoping that happens.
Yes, because this hasn't happened since 2000, right?
Yeah,
this hasn't happened since 2000.
Since before we were born.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, then when we were born, we were like, let's switch things up.
Right, because they want us to be there.
I just feel like in New York, and like obviously like not just New York City, like where we're, I think the fans are split evenly, like between Yankees and Mets.
Yeah.
Because you think it would be mainly Yankees because that's all you hear about.
Right.
But I think it's split pretty evenly.
I think so too, and I really hope the Yankees and the Mets can meet each other in the Subway Series.
If they do, I'm hoping the Mets win because, before I was a Rockets or a Rockies fan, I was a Mets fan. I was a supporter.
You always find your way back home.
And then I had to go my own way because I wanted to. But I do hope the Mets win if they do play the Yankees.
Yeah. But we will keep you guys updated with the series, how that's going, and hopefully we meet at the Subway.
You just do the cheese, the turkey, well, I can't wait to talk more about baseball. I like baseball. I played softball, and so great. I kind of know that. But now moving on to what we love the most: football.
Football, baby! Woo!
Woo!
Santina. Yes. Now, this past week of games and weekend, the defense. Oh, I feel like this whole week was like just about that defense. Yeah. I'm telling you, game after game, defense was bringing their points. They were bringing them up, and I'm so happy. So we're going to dive into a couple of games that we feel like stood out to us, at least talk about some great things that happened, and explain it to you guys.
Yeah, there was a lot, okay? I think, for me, I had a major letdown, but we'll get to that, of course. But Jeanine, Bills versus the Jets. The first Jets game after they fired their coach, Saleh. So...
Sorry,
how did that go? That was a Monday night game.
Yep, 8 o'clock.
Jeanine, how did it go?
So, as a Bills fan, I feel like, okay, so we lost to the Texans, right? We lost to the Ravens on the road, two very great teams. Now, the Jets, it's a little different because these are our division rivals, right? A division rival, you play them twice in one season, and you want to try to get more wins on these teams because it puts you at a better ranking for your division, which helps you in the playoffs. So the Jets are a part of our division. Now, we want to squish them, right? And we did exactly that.
Yes, you
I
did.
feel like we could just do an episode just on this game. The defense. You think that someone's about to score because they're right by the end zone? Incorrect. Like, it was on point. And also, the kickers were missing kick after kick. Even the Bills kicker, Tyler Bass. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with the guy. He makes me mad. He makes me really mad.
You're making her angry. I feel like that's an issue for a lot of the teams this year.
The kicker.
Yeah.
Let's do ballet. Let's stretch a little bit.
We can teach them.
We can bring him back.
Well, this game was kind of juicy and like dramatic.
Yes.
So during this game, the refs, they wanted to be a little crazy, called 22 penalties. Now,
yes,
this almost beat the record, which the Buccaneers versus the Raiders game, they had 23 in the past penalties.
Yep.
You were one away.
We were one away. I'm telling you, Santina, like the second half, it felt like every single drive there was a penalty.
Like, doesn't your arm get tired?
Don't you got enough? You running out?
I see that flag one more time.
It's like the clown, like when they're like, when they pull the flags just like over and over again. I'm telling you, every other play was a penalty, and it wasn't just one side. I feel like it was back and forth. Yeah, but it was just like even Aaron Rodgers was like they called a penalty for roughing the passer on him. So roughing the passer is basically baseball, oh my God. In football, they're trying to protect the quarterback as much as possible. That's your moneymaker. That's your guy. That's your star. That's your Patrick Mahomes. That's your Josh Allen, your Tom Brady's, your Peyton and Eli Manning. You want to protect those guys. So they've come up with rules and protections over the quarterback to try to keep them from getting hurt. So the roughing the passer call basically is you're being too rough with the quarterback. Yeah. They called it on one of the Bills players, and even Aaron Rodgers said himself that wasn't even roughing the passer. Like even the people playing the game were like, this is too many. This is too many. But
it's just like it makes the game. What time did that end? Like midnight, the game?
No, it ended I think around like 11, but still 11? It's cool. It's like exhausting. I'm like, can we just get
that's a lot of penalties.
It was a lot of penalties. And back to the kick. Did you know that the teams combined missed 4 kicks? 2 field goals by New York, the Giants. Or excuse me, the Jets. Sorry, we'll get to the Giants later. They would definitely miss 4 field goals, the Giants. The New York Jets, and a field goal and an extra point by Buffalo.
Yeah, like what was going on? I think that, I feel like the kickers kind of sat in the background the past couple of years. They're like, you know what? We have one job. Let me go kick. What's been happening? I feel like teams as a general this start of the season, even though there's been, 6 games?
Yep.
I feel like a lot of fans are disappointed. I know I am, because you're like, oh, I'm going into this new season. Like you had preseason. You're like, this is what I'm expecting now. But hopefully when it becomes the actual season, they're better than this. I just feel like a lot of people are disappointed.
It's just like, I feel like it's anybody's game. It's any team's game.
Yeah, and honestly, when you're watching every Sunday, I legitimately think people do not know who's going to win.
I agree.
Because you're like, who's going to win this game? Let's see. So they were on a winning streak, but, I think when they play this team, they're going to lose. I just don't think people know.
I kind of like that, though, because I feel like it's like, it gives you hope. And it's not the same people winning over and over again, which can get so boring.
Yeah. Well, I'm very happy for, I'm very happy for your Bills because, first of all, Aaron Rodgers, Egypt, you guys fire your coach, whatever.
Wait, you said Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Is he here
today?
If I
could tell him in person what I really felt.
What do you want to say to him, Santina? What do you want to say?
I can't.
Guys, Aaron Rodgers made it all the way from Egypt to Girls Gone Sports
So he can
podcast.
Make it here, but not to the training.
Listen, Aaron Rodgers, get it together, buddy. How much money are you making? How many years of experience do you have in the NFL? 2 teams.
Yep.
What are you doing?
I think this is his sign to...
I want to put him like in the football.
Just put him in the whole time.
There you go.
I think he needs to beat Tom Brady, retire, have a roast come out on Netflix about you. Yep. Let everybody get their... We'll be there for sure.
We got joke after joke after joke.
Yeah, but I feel like the Jets this Sunday, they were like, or this past Monday, I'm sorry. They were like, okay, we just fired this one coach.
Yep.
This other coach is going to come up now. And like, I think their emotions were really up in the air. But I'm very happy for your Bills that they...
Thank you so much.
You guys are 5-1.
We are 4-2.
4-2. That's
4-2. Yeah, we are 4-2. We lost twice, but look at even he's tired. Even the guy's tired. Aaron, get it together.
Wake up.
Come back from Egypt. Get the passport out. Travel back to football world. We'll see you next time.
Take a nap.
He's pushing. He's pushing the age. He needs a nap.
Well, congrats to your Bills. Now we're gonna move on to the Bengals and the Giants.
What a game!
What did Joe say to you after? I need to know when you talked to him.
I was just like, babe, get it together. Yeah. Bring me home a win. Now, Santina, that we talked about last time, the Bengals defense.
Oh,
trash.
Maybe they heard us. Maybe they watched
somewhere in the football atmosphere.
Maybe they watched or listened to this last episode. They were on their game.
Yes, I feel like maybe they got like a scolding from like I'm a disappointed dad kind of scolding from the coach, because how are you protecting the Bengals kind of like legacy these past couple years? How are you on the same team as Joe Burrow, the same guy that won so many like championship games in college, or the championship game in college? Yeah. And you're letting him down.
Literally,
what is going
letting him get tackled down because you're not defending him. Now, even though Joe Burrow was sacked 4 times in the game, I think the defense did way better than last week. Yep. Joe Burrow did run a 47-yard touchdown,
which was awesome.
Now, you know how some of the other players who really typically don't run the touchdowns, they sit on the side with the mask. That would be me. I need to have that.
Give me a Gatorade, give me an oxygen mask, let's go.
It's exciting for Joe, though.
I know, and he beat his own NFL record for longest running touchdown for him personally, which I love.
Competing against himself.
It's like Tom Brady, just like how many times can he beat himself? I feel like when a quarterback is that confident, when they're like, nothing's open right now, instead of just throwing it off to the side or just doing something, I'm just going to run it myself. I love when they have like that confidence. Yeah. That's what you want.
I also love when like a quarterback can play multiple positions. Like there's a quarterback who can be the quarterback and then the kicker. Like they're like, you don't want to move over, but I'll do all of that.
That'd be us. It's like, just give me the ball. Bring it over. Bring it over, bud.
I know what I'm doing here.
Well, Santina, to kind of talk about the Giants, right? And if you're a fan of the New York Giants, I feel like disappointment is in your middle name.
Dante,
I'm sorry. I love you, Dante.
Click off this part.
This is where you want to click off. Quarterback Daniel Jones. Now, this guy, he was injured last year. That's when we brought out, AKA Tommy Cutlets, like the 3rd string, 4th string quarterback. He was drafted by the Giants in 2019. Now, his contract is ending in the 2026 season, and a lot of New York fans are wondering, hoping, even begging that this is the end of Daniel Jones, because his record right now, Santina, with the Giants, 24-41. That means he has won 24 games, but has lost 41 games out of his career. Now, if it was opposite, I could see them, keeping him, giving him the tools that he needs, the more games, the more practice. But the fact that in your whole entire kind of NFL career right now, that as a quarterback in the past 5 years, you have produced more losses than wins, I think it's time for, scary. I think it's time for New York to kind of take a step back, really realize what they're doing. It's like they were once a Super Bowl winner, contending team, and now you can't even produce a winning season. They have not won more than 9 games in a season since 2017. Help them out.
But I'm not hating on any quarterbacks because I could never be one. You are getting paid. You have the world's most experienced coaches, right, that help you during practices. I don't know, maybe they're just cracking under the pressure, in the moment, but that's also what you're getting paid for.
Right.
Is to perform like any other job. You're getting paid to perform your job way more than the 9 to 5 people working every day. I just don't know when you have more money to rent out a whole gym or a football stadium and then get extra help there.
Yeah. And New York, I feel like just New York fans in general are just so passionate. You think about it, the Yankees, you think about the Knicks and how they flood Madison Square Garden in the streets of a win. I feel like New York fans are so passionate, and you could be using that to your advantage with a great quarterback and getting even more revenue, even more profit, even more of a stronger fan base. So when his contract ends in 2026, I think it might be time for the Giants to maybe consider drafting a rookie quarterback doing something to really bring up those games. Because if we look at from the 2017 to 23 season, they're averaging about only 7 wins a season with 17 games. So you're only winning 7 and you're losing 10. There's got to be something there that we got to fix. And maybe it's quarterback, maybe it's management, maybe it's coaching. I don't know. But
how many more coaches can we fire?
I know
already. We're only 6 games in.
Salah, us.
But me being a part of a New York team, like if I was like a player, I would be scared to lose. Just like the Bills. You guys are all probably have lovely personalities, but you're a little crazy. And I feel like a lot of people can agree. New York City, or like just New York fans, they are also, like, we're just also crazy if you're from New York, I feel like. Not like in a bad way, but I would not want to be bullied by them. I don't think I could handle it. But I just think as quick as they are to fire coaches, not saying they should fire the quarterbacks, but maybe be like, you need to sit out this game. Like, we'll start the backup quarterback this one, maybe just to try it out, right?
Well, Santina, I'm glad that you said that because that leads us into the next game that we're going to talk about.
Tell me.
The Lions and the Cowboys.
Oh, I don't want to.
Speaking of sitting out quarterbacks, benching the QB, your number one guy, Santina. Now, your family is a Cowboys family. They love, Dallas. Very passionate fan base. I've even seen pictures of your uncle from like the 90s wearing his Cowboys stuff.
My Uncle Frank, you gotta love him, right? Die-hard Cowboys fan.
I'm a Cowboy for life.
He does not care what anybody has to say. Now, he has about 6 different Facebook accounts right now, so you never know which ones you're gonna be friends with. I felt so bad for him. He came over in the morning, we had lunch, and then what would they play, 4:30? 4:30 comes, right? And he's like, okay, we got this. And then he was kind of making fun of my Jaguars a little bit because of how badly they lost. And in my head, I'm like, buddy, at the end of that game, now everybody was angry. Mr. Dak Prescott pulled out of the game. He threw
bench. We need like a bench noise.
Yeah, 17 completions out of 33 attempts for 178 yards. You're being benched, bud. See, I think that should happen more often.
I kind of love it. It's kind of like a teacher like kicking a kid out of class or like separating from the group.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of love it.
Like I said, in the 9 to 5 jobs, once you're promoted, if you can't perform those jobs, demoted, back down, right? Somebody, I mean, might as well pull up the other quarterback. You're already losing. Try the other quarterback.
I feel like they did it. I feel like I could see 2 ways, okay? I could see them benching or the coach deciding to bench Dak Prescott because, one, they're already losing by so much. There's no way they're going to come back. So you don't want to get your quarterback hurt even more. That's not necessary. 2, I think because of his performance. If you're not performing, I'm sorry, you're benching and we're going to give QB2 a shot because we can't have the same mistakes over and over and over again.
But I'm wondering if the Cowboys are like, oh my gosh, we just extended Dak Prescott's contract, didn't they? They're probably like what?
Can we do a refund or cash the check back?
But he was sacked 4 times.
Yikes.
So, I mean, I know he probably cost a lot of the game, but where was the defense,
Yep.
He had, let me see, 2 picks, which each led to Detroit scoring. Yikes. It's just like, buddy.
It's just like, how are
happening?
2 picks? Now, a pick is an interception, basically. A quarterback is throwing it in trying to get to his offense. The other team's defense grabs it, runs, interception. And they got 2 touchdowns because of it. It's like Halloween. You get candy and you get candy and you get a touchdown. You get a touchdown.
Like Oprah. You get a car. You get a car.
I'll take a car, Oprah. Senor Prescott, do something different. Let's get back. Let's get back to the office. Let's get back to the basics.
Yeah.
Play some dang football, buddy.
I just would not want the coach to talk to me the next day. I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to call in sick.
I'm just going to hide my face.
I can't do this. Well, hopefully their next game, I think they have a bye week coming up, I'm pretty sure. So hopefully, I could be wrong, I'm sorry, but
it's okay.
Maybe this bye week, they really
our
work
invisible
together
bye
here.
week.
But sorry, Cowboys, I don't know what to say.
But the score was 47-9, 47-9. I think the Cowboys only scored based on field goals. They got 3 of them.
Well, if I can piggyback off the Cowboys, real fast. I was real excited about the Jaguars and the Bears game because I was like, oh, that's my dad's team. We're going to win. We lost. I mean, no shocker
Santina,
there.
This is from all of the audience and followers. Of
I don't
Girls
even
Gone
want
Sports.
the apologies. We're not even worth it.
You guys can bounce back.
We're 1-5, and I don't know if it was real what I read on Facebook. Probably wasn't. But it was something about the Jaguars getting a new stadium. We don't deserve it.
Cancel it all.
Like, we don't deserve a new stadium. Anyways, maybe hopefully we win. But I'm gonna go in thinking we're gonna lose.
That way you won't be disappointed if they do lose.
Yeah. And you want to know what? I watched the game this week. What did I say last week? When I don't watch
you
it,
got to turn the TV off.
but I'm always supposed to know what happened.
I'll text you.
Oh,
And
perfect.
Trevor Lawrence, never mind.
On the ground again.
On the ground.
Siri, delete message.
Well, to bring the fun and the lightness and the joy back into Girls Gone Sports, we got some exciting news. We got trades happening,
Yes.
Santina. So we have Devontae Adams to the Jets. Okay. This was a lot in the news. I saw this because people wanted him to go to the Bills. They wanted him to go to the Jets, and he went to the Jets. So Devontae Adams, wide receiver. I think it might be good for them. I mean, the Jets, listen, I don't like the guy. Wherever I put Senor Rogers.
Taking him back.
Where is he? Listen, I don't like the guy. Okay. And if you want to be on the podcast, I love you, Aaron Rodgers.
We'll still have you on the podcast.
But giving the Jets a wide receiver, great choice. Even pretend I'm not a Bills fan for a second. Great choice, right? The team that is hasn't had the best record. You know, giving them a great wide receiver is an amazing step towards success. So good job to the Jets. Aaron, let's see what you could do.
Aaron, it's all on you now, bud.
Put the pyramids away.
A lot of people were talking trash about Aaron Rodgers.
I mean,
They're not wrong.
but if you want to be on the podcast, Aaron, we love you. We love you.
Now, Jeanine, the Bills, they're getting Amari Cooper. Are you excited?
I am so excited. I feel like this is what we needed. It's like we just came off a winning high, and now we're getting this amazing player. I'm excited. So go Bills. Let's see if it was worth it, which I'm thinking it was, and let's see what we can do with Cooper. I'm excited.
I know. Well, hopefully, he helps you guys out even more.
Thank you, Tina.
Hopefully, he helps you guys keep that 1-loss record the whole entire season.
You too. You too, buddy. You're getting a new state. Oh, I was going to say you're getting
We don't need a new
stadium.
stadium. We don't need a new one. Anyway, so the Minnesota Vikings have acquired running back Cam Akers for the second time in 12
He's
months.
going back. He's going back for more. He's double
like,
dipping.
you know what? Let me just try here, and then I'll just go back.
Like Goldilocks, like Vikings and Green Bay and the Chargers and Dallas.
Maybe this is the final time. But that's also, I feel like, a good sign, like when you leave, but the team's also accepting you back. Like,
Dante DiVincenzo, can we do that too for the Knicks?
I know. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
But I'm excited to see what maybe he could do.
Me too.
Help him
And
out
I
a
feel
little
like the Vikings right now, they're undefeated. So even more additional help, you guys are going to do great. Good
Go
job.
Vikings.
Honestly, go Vikings.
Chiefs, good job. But Vikings, good job.
Good job, guys. Good job. Then we also, for the Seahawks, are getting Roy Robertson Harris in a trade with the Jaguars. So, sorry, Santina. And we also have McNeil and the Lions. Sorry. Just Trevor Lawrence, call her. She really needs some love. McNeil and the Lions have also agreed to terms on a 4-year contract extension worth $97 million with
That's so much money.
55 million guaranteed.
Like, guys, he never, after he retires, has to work in his life.
And this is all just from tackling Prescott on Sunday. Like,
honestly,
buddy,
give me the pads. I'm ready. Give me the
all right, give me the
pads.
tape. Give me the I'll tackle him.
But
for
I need
55.
a speaker in my helmet so I can listen to music.
I need Aquaphor. I need a purse. I need slippers.
I need as many breaks as I need, unlimited. Again, the amount of money that goes into these players, and hopefully he can perform well. But I mean, like, Dak, I'm not even going to go back to Dak Prescott. But, like, all the money that's just going into them.
I know.
These
trades are going to be good. Let's see.
I know. I don't even want to talk about the Jaguars anymore.
We can move on. It's okay. Well, speaking of trades, speaking of money, speaking of giving things back and forth, Tom Brady.
Back again.
When you thought he was done, he came back to do the announcing on the football games.
Yes.
Now he wants to own a team. Santina.
He's bored.
Retirement. He's getting bored. Too much pickleball. Too much.
Yeah.
Well, talk to us. Tom Brady, Santina. What's he doing?
So he is now a partner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Okay. Random, but okay.
So he's now partners with them. So Brady and his partner now hold 10% of the Raiders, which maybe not, it doesn't seem like a lot, but I mean, it is for a football team, right?
And he has how much personally?
Personally, he is holding 5%.
5%, okay.
Yep. That is crazy. Well, I mean, that's what I would do if I was a retired quarterback. I'd be like, okay, let me see a team that I could be a part of.
Yep. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I mean, he's Tom Brady. He could probably be on any team that he wanted to. He's that much of a legend. He's a Super Bowl, 7-time Super Bowl champion. And according to Forbes, the Raiders right now are currently valued at $6.7 billion.
Yep.
So that means because Tom Brady is purchasing 5%, his value of his share is at $335 million.
I mean, you know how the Raiders as a whole are 6.7 billion. Side note, like Selena Gomez is a billionaire. That's one person compared to a whole team. That's still a lot of money, but I think that was a smart business choice on Tom Brady's end.
Can we buy 0.25% of?
Can we just have it for free? Like, why do we have
We'll
to
let you guys come on the pod in exchange of like 5% of a sports team.
Well, moving on to more football. The upcoming Super Bowl in 2028, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta is to host the Super Bowl. Now, that's a little dramatic. I like that word a lot. I'm sorry. Your stadium name is Mercedes-Benz. Those cars are already expensive enough. And we are in a lot of episodes, a long time ago in our episodes, we talked about how much it would be to go to the Super Bowl. We were looking at tickets in the 30,000s. Now add Mercedes-Benz on top of that. Might as well sell a body part for that one.
Right. What happened to like the Chevy Trax Stadium? Like a 1997 Chevy, I don't know.
Honda CR-V Stadium.
A Chevy Spark or something.
Yeah.
What happened to those stadiums?
I don't know, but I mean, it's probably going to be really, really nice.
I feel like one of my life goals is to go to a Super Bowl, like a real one in real life.
Guys, mark my words right here. Once the Jaguars go to the Super Bowl, I will buy a ticket to go.
We will be there. Not in the nosebleeds. I can't do the nosebleeds.
Yeah, but no nosebleeds. But I'm looking forward to that game in that stadium.
Me too. And speaking of upcoming games that we are looking forward to this Sunday, Santina, talk to us. What are some teams that you're looking forward to seeing? Is there a specific game that you're excited for?
So, of course, I'm excited to see the Jaguars. I feel like I say that every week, but this game, they're going to be playing the Patriots coming up. I'm excited to see that game because anything can happen. They both have a 1-5 record, so 1-5 losses. Hopefully, we can make it 2-5, but we're probably going to be 1-6. I'm just going to go in that with mindset, but I'm excited to see that.
That's going to be good with how they're the same record.
Yes.
Also, the Ravens and the Buccaneers. Right now, the Ravens, they're climbing back up.
I know.
Ravens are 4-2, and the Buccaneers are also 4-2.
I know, right?
It's always a good game when they have the same record because it's like who's gonna lose, who's gonna win, who's gonna have the extra. So that's gonna be a really good game.
And then we have the Chiefs and the 49ers going back to last year's Super Bowl. The Chiefs are 5-0 and the 49ers are 3-3. You never know. I mean, if the Chiefs were good enough to go to the Super Bowl, I think they're good enough to win this game regardless of their record so
and
far.
Vice versa too.
Yep. Oh my God, I'm really hoping they beat
Brock Purdy. Please, Brock Purdy, I love you so much.
I'm really hoping.
And for me, at least, I'm excited for the Bills because we're 4-2. We're playing a team that's 1-4 right now. So let's see.
Let's go Bills.
Let's go. Thank you. Go Bills. Go Bills.
And then we have Bengals and the Browns. Bengals 2-4, Browns 1-5. I feel like the Bengals have a really good chance.
Yep.
I think they got yelled at 2 games ago, which made their last game be a little better. They won.
And the Bengals and the Browns are in the same division, so they play each other twice this year. So it's always good to have a little, divisional rivalry going on.
But for her sake, Joe, he should really just
Babe, please just stay calm, stay cool, stay collected.
You're running her minutes up on the phone.
I'm telling you, I can't. I gotta buy another prepaid card. I'm talking to him so much.
And then our last game we're looking forward to is the Lions and the Vikings.
Yep.
Lions are 4-1. Vikings are 5-0.
Ooh,
Again,
that's gonna be a really good game.
Anybody's game there.
The Lions that just came off a winning high. Mm-hmm. And then we also have the Vikings who are undefeated. So it's going to be a great Sunday, Santina. Mm-hmm. I'm really looking forward to it.
Same, me too.
Yep. But if you want to hear more about football, more about these games, how it's going to turn out, wins, losses, make sure you are following us along here on Girls Gone Sports. If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. Make sure you are subscribing, you are liking the video, show us that you enjoy it, and also hitting that subscribe button and the bell. So you so you never miss a video on Girls Gone Sports, because why would you? You could also follow us along on Instagram at Girls Gone Sports Pod. We are on Facebook and also on TikTok, because who doesn't love to TikTok?
I love it too much.
Same.
On there way too much.
Need some screen time. Well, we'll see you next time for episode 29. No, episode 30.
30.
We will see you next time for episode 30 here on Girls Gone Sports Podcast.